After so long, Pee Wee Herman is back. So if you guys didn't know, a brand new Pee Wee Herman movie, Pee Wee's Big Holiday, just premiered on Netflix. And to be honest, my expectations weren't that high for this movie. Well, don't get me wrong, I love Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee's Big Adventure is one of my all-time favorite movies. Yeah, if this movie sucked, this movie actually would have crushed me. If you're a huge fan of Pee Wee Herman, like me, and if you're really worried about how this movie's gonna turn out, and if you're watching this video, I'm gonna say one thing. After watching this movie, I had a smile on my face. This movie does a great job recapturing the spirit of Pee Wee Herman. A lot of people were really worried about how this movie was gonna turn out, because the story of this is that, if you've seen Pee Wee's Big Adventure, the story of that movie is that Pee Wee Herman is after his bike that went missing, and he goes on a trip across America to find it. And the story of Pee Wee's Big Holiday is slightly similar to it. When this trailer first premiered, I remember people were going, "Oh, this movie's basically gonna be a rehash of Pee Wee's Big Adventure. What's the point of it?" Don't worry. This movie, it seems like it's ripping off Pee Wee's Big Adventure, but it's not. It's a little bit different than Pee Wee's Big Adventure. I mean, the part where he goes across the country is similar, but his bike is nowhere to be found. The story of this movie is that Pee Wee Herman is living in a small town of Fairfield, and he comes across Joe Makovich. Yeah, that's his name. He's played by himself. If you guys don't know who Joe Makovich is, he was in Magic Mike, and he also starred in True Blood. He stops by in Fairfield to see Pee Wee Herman. They just met, and he learns that Pee Wee Herman has never gone outside of Fairfield. So Joe Makovich sends Pee Wee Herman to risk his life and just go out and see the world. One thing is for sure, Paul Reubens once again plays Pee Wee Herman, and he still kills it as Pee Wee Herman. That guy can stay in character as Pee Wee Herman for as long as he can. This movie is very funny. I was actually laughing at some parts in this movie. And Pee Wee Herman does act like a brat sometimes, but this movie has a lot of heart in it. The message in this movie is really sweet. I'm not gonna say what it is because of spoilers, but just watch the movie and you'll understand. I actually really enjoyed this movie, and if you're a diehard Pee Wee Herman fan, you're gonna love this movie. Is it flawless? No. If I were to have two flaws with it, is that some sequences and jokes go on for a bit too long. While they were funny, I think they could have been a bit shorter. And this movie, it does a great job recapturing the spirit of Pee Wee Herman and Pee Wee's Big Adventure, but it steals a little bit of Pee Wee's Big Adventure's premise. Is this movie the next masterpiece? No. Is this movie as good as Pee Wee's Big Adventure? No. But overall, Paul Reubens still kills it as Pee Wee Herman, and while the jokes and funniest parts do go on for a bit too long, they're still very funny. And this movie does a great job recapturing the spirit of Pee Wee Herman and Pee Wee's Big Adventure. So I highly recommend watching Pee Wee's Big Holiday if you have nothing to do this weekend. Yeah, Netflix and chill would be useful for once. Pee Wee's Big Holiday gets a B+. Alright, Pee Wee's Big Holiday. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? Or, if you have seen Pee Wee's Big Holiday, what do you prefer? Pee Wee's Big Adventure or Pee Wee's Big Holiday? Whatever you prefer, comment below and let me know. And I have a few announcements to make. Tomorrow is going to be my final installment in my Batman movie review series, and I'm going to end it with The Dark Knight Rises. And if you guys have no idea why I'm reviewing all the Batman movies, it's because I'm reviewing all the Batman movies in honor of Batman v Superman coming out next week. I have another announcement to make. From Sunday to Thursday, I will be in New York City for spring break. And if you guys are watching this video and if you're living in New York City right now, and if you want to come see me, just swing by and meet me. And don't expect a Batman v Superman review until next Saturday. And if you want to see more of my videos, be sure to subscribe.